How old are you, BC?
35.
Okay, so giving some wisdom to the people out there, what's some advice, you go first and I'll go second, on how somebody who is in a sexual ratio could develop more confidence?
I'm good now, but if there was
Well, I've never really lacked too much confidence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even when I went out for, like you say, job interviews, or I did tests, or even if I did state exams or whatever the case may be, where I had to, talk to the state, or I had to perform certain specific activities. You know what I mean? Even my CDL license, like anything I had to do. Normally, I do it with a certain amount of confidence. You know what I mean? But I will say one thing. The one thing I used over time was to talk to myself beforehand. I always talk to myself beforehand to give myself that confidence.
Tough. All right, we back, y'all. So last thing he left off with was saying, he said, talk to himself before performing.
Yeah.
And was you done after that, or you said more?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I think that's a gem that I can give people with, to have confident issues, or they is not as confident in things they want to do. I don't care if it's taking a test, like I said. I don't care if it's performing an activity or sport, anything it is. Talk to yourself first.
And when you talk to yourself, did you speak out loud, or just like in your head?
No, just in my head. Just talk to myself and tell myself I can do it. Not just telling yourself you can do it, visualizing what you have to do. When you visualize what you have to do and seeing yourself doing it, then it makes it easier when it comes time to do it. You know what I mean? Like I said, if it's a sport you performing before you get out there on the court, just say you got to get out there on the court. Visualize that game. Visualize some moves you're gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I got these 3 little moves. I'm gonna make sure I perform them. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna be more confident out there because now you're working towards getting this off, and you know what it is you want to get off. You're not just going out there completely just free will.
Yeah,
you're going
tough.
out there with some type of plan.
Yeah, that's tough.
With tests, with anything you got to do, talk to yourself first, and then you'll have more confidence when it comes time to perform.
and then I'll say, don't worry about what other people are thinking, like at all. I don't care if it's the coach. Go shoot the ball if you know you can shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? Just go do it. Don't care about nobody else. You know, that's one thing I always think about when I was younger. I had my dad on the sideline, think about I gotta go to school, or I don't know. It's just you gotta keep other people out your head.
No, I hear it.
Go do
I
it.
hear it.
You gotta know that you could do it.
Yeah.
Do what you put your mind to.
Yeah, no, that's facts. That's beautiful that y'all both said that. I'm gonna piggyback on BC and Deratio with that, because I suffered badly from performance anxiety. He said he never had that, and I had it bad. Like before, really not football. I didn't really have it football until I started doing football camps, and we did them one-on-ones. Like throughout my life, my dad really never, because my dad was my coach, he never really put me on to one-on-ones. It was always just drills, playing off. I never really did a lot of one-on-one competitive play. It was always team sport when it came to my position as DB. So when I went to my first one-on-one at a football camp, I would blank out, and I wouldn't be able to control myself. I would get so nervous in front of the coaches and things of that nature. And that carried on to like high school. I was good until I went to this unknown environment with these unknown players and these unknown coaches, and I had to prove myself. It came right back and insulted me. And mind you, I had tore up my ACL, so I was off an injury too. Complete tore up my ACL. I messed it up during high school senior year, and then I did it again first day of summer camp at a college I went to. So that completely threw me off. So as I went through that, I had big performance anxiety. Even I knew it back then when I was in high school trying to get at women. I used to cannot talk to them to save my life, as in approach them first and not be nervous. I used to be nervous, stutter my words, forget what I was saying, and things of that nature. I got over it doing what he said, literally talking to myself. My favorite thing for me, and I'm learning now, really just right now, literally, songs motivate me a lot. Like I remember back then when I was trying to get at women and start off conversations, I used to listen to Playboy Cardi. He had this song called "Do That Shit." Just do that shit. So that's all that talking. Just do that shit. I used to put that on my head before, because I used to just get stuck. I used to get stuck thinking like, I'm gonna do it. Just do that shit. Like I put it on literally right before. Just do that shit, and I'll go in whatever the consequence is, but just get comfortable just doing that shit. And then when I started playing football, how I got over my performance anxiety, major, and I still do it now, talking to myself. Oh my God, out loud, really having a vision of how you want to perform, saying it to yourself and really believing in it. Like when things go bad, boost yourself up and amplify yourself. Like speak good thoughts on yourself. I used to let myself speak negative thoughts about myself. Don't do that. Speak good thoughts on yourself. So I really definitely jump on the back of what the advice said. Talk to yourself. For me, it was giving me a song that instilled me the feeling I needed to perform my best. Find a song that had your emotions were attached to it, that made you feel this certain way before you did it, and you needed to feel that way to do this. Find that song, pair it up. For me, that was what it was. I paired feelings to my music, and that gave me the boost I needed to do certain events. A third one I do is practice. Practice. If you feeling nervous at anything, practice. Because then you're going to have a sense of preparedness that gives you that confidence that you need, the underlying that you just know you're going to do because you did it so many times. You just know.
Yes,
if you don't do it, then you know it's something up here.
For sure. When something's repetitive, it does give you a level of confidence when you perform it.
Yeah.
For sure. When it's repetitive, it's something you can do like in your sleep or something you can do without having to think so much. Yeah. That's when you get nervous at.
Yeah.
When you have to think.
Yeah.
You got to think and you unprepared.
Yeah.
Both of them, it's just like, I can't do this.
Yeah, no,
like, you know what I mean? Or it's going to bring along those negative thoughts, like you said, I'm not going to be able to do it.
I can't
right,
do this.
Or I can't do it, or I'm going to fail.
Yeah.
Or those thoughts going to come to your mind. You know what I mean? But how can a thought of I'm not going to be able to do it come to somebody that can do it without thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And performing.
Yep. So,
yeah. Then you also got to watch out who around you. Say if you already struggling to be confident, while you're around people who make you not confident.
Mm-hmm. True.
That was my biggest thing when I went to Laney. I was struggling with confidence. So when I would do the reps and I'll mess up, nobody cheering me on. They looking at me isolated. So I'm over there already kicking myself, not having no support. So why would I go back to the front of the line to try again when I know I should? That's why I had a huge in the moment inferiority, like a complex type of like, I'm not that good. I'm not, but I always come back. Like after the day was over, after the practice, I didn't let it keep me down and give up. I always picked myself back up and gave it my best the next day. Yeah. But those are some little tips we have on confidence, and we're going to shift a little